Okay, so this lesson is on prepositions and prepositional phrases. It's our first lesson on prepositions. And here's some examples: in, on, under, over, down, up, far, near. So a preposition is a word that relates a noun or pronoun to some other word in the sentence. So for example, the paint on the canvas will dry very slowly. In this sentence, on is our preposition, and it is relating, it's creating a relationship between paint and canvas. And it tells us how these two things are related. The paint is on the canvas. These are some common prepositions: about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, by, down, during, for, from, in, inside, into, like, near, of, off, on, onto, out, outside, over, since, through, throughout, to, toward, under, until, up, upon, with, within, and without. Now, these are not the only prepositions, and some of these can be other parts of speech. They're not always prepositions. They could be a conjunction, they could be an adverb. So it really depends on how it's being used in the sentence, but these are commonly used prepositions in our language. So to help you recognize prepositions, we have the Preposition Song. And this song, if you memorize it to Yankee Doodle, you can kind of sing it to yourself, jot them down, or just kind of run through the list in your head to identify prepositions. So, about, above, across, after, along, among, around, at, before, beside, between, against, within, without, beneath, through, during, under, in, into, over, of, off, to, toward, up, on, near, for, from, except, by, with, behind, below, down. So, sorry, I am not a good singer, but if you memorize the song and you learn it as a song, that is one way you can help yourself memorize prepositions. Some prepositions are compound prepositions. A compound preposition consists of more than one word, so sort of like a verb phrase, right? So you have a preposition that's made up of more than one word. So some examples of common compound prepositions: according to, across from, along with, aside from, because of, far from, in front of, in place of, in spite of, instead of, on account of, on top of. So you can see in many of these cases, they're made up of words that might be prepositions on their own. We're just kind of putting them together, and we have a compound preposition. So prepositions never work on their own in the sentence. They're always part of a prepositional phrase, okay? And a prepositional phrase is a group of words that begins with the preposition and it ends with a noun or pronoun that is what the preposition is connecting. So the noun or pronoun prepositional phrase ends with is called the object of the preposition. And you can find the object of the preposition by asking the what question. So for example, Michelangelo was born in a small town. In this sentence, the preposition is in. So to find the object, you ask the what question. Michelangelo was born in what? There could be a variety of answers to that, right? In what? And in this case, the answer is in a town. Town is the noun. Small as an adjective describing town, and a is the article also modifying town. Okay, so town is the noun, and the object is always just the noun. Okay, the noun is the object of the preposition, not everything that's modifying it. However, those things are included in the prepositional phrase. So your prepositional phrase will start with the preposition, which in this case is in, and it will end with the object, which is town, and it includes all the words in between. So all the adjectives, any adverbs, anything in between the preposition and that noun is part of the phrase. So in this sentence, in a small town, with town being the object of in, The whole thing is the prepositional phrase. We use prepositional phrases a lot in writing, and one reason why it's helpful to be able to identify them is because the subject and the verb in your sentence will never be inside a prepositional phrase. So we can reduce the number of options when you're looking for your subject and when you're looking for your verb.